coming to you from Palen Music Center down here in Springfield, Missouri. And what are we taking a look at? This is pretty cool. This is the Bogner Ecstasy Mini amp, solid state amp with basically the guts of the Bogner Ecstasy pedal in front of it. I love these. We did a Friedman OD a little while ago, and what a great amp, what a great solution for somebody who needs something small and portable, whether it's like a fly rig or like going to open mic nights or whatever. This is a wonderful kissing cousin to that amp. It's different. It really is. It's got its own sort of tone profile. We'll get to that in just a second. Basically, what you've got here is you've got a, like I said, it's the Bogner pedal with this solid state section, and you've got all the controls you have on that pedal plus a few more. So volume, presence, okay, then 3-band EQ, and then gain. And then over here, let's start with this guy. This is a Variax switch. It's not actually a Variax, right, Nash?
No, it's not a real Variax. It's just essentially emulating what it would feel like to turn one on, which is dropped voltage, so you're getting sag, dynamic compression.
Right, so here's without. By the way, this is a 58 Murphy Les Paul, because why not, right?
Baby.
Right. And so you can see like the volume goes down, and also it's a little squishier. What's cool about that is if I turn this up without killing Nash, I'm gonna turn the volume up here. And I'm gonna turn the gain up just a skosh here too. I'm gonna turn this Strymon L cap off. It's got an effects loop in it, and I just like to have that in there, but this is just the amp by itself.
You really got me.
Yeah, really rich and super duper harmonic and just thick, right? Okay, so I'm gonna turn this back off, and before I kill Nash's earlobes and eardrums here, you can hear the volume difference there, right? So let me back this volume down here. Is that good? Yeah. All right, so moving on, we've got a plus and minus gain right here. So at the top, I had that on like the less gain. Here is the more gain. That's pretty brutal, right? Yeah, so it'll get there if you want it to, but also I think the strength of this one is the wider dynamic range in terms of the color of gain on the lower end side, right? Whereas I think the Friedman has a lot more brutality to it, right? So anyway, moving on, that sounds pretty great. If I go over here, now almost mid-frequency, it's got an N there, so that must stand for Nate in the middle, right?
Nate.
Yeah,
Nate's
no,
personal
that's
setting.
just like your normal mid-range section or setting. And what is that like?
So right there in the middle, it's going to be 1.6K.
I mean, that's a great setting, but I'm going to move it all the way to the left. What is this?
So that's going to be 800 hertz. Lower mids.
Yeah,
better
definitely
rhythm sound.
Yeah. Right? And then what is it all the way over here?
So that's going to be 3.2K.
Oh, definitely the
Slice right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to put this back in the middle. Now this is, these are some EQ settings. So this is pre-EQ number 1. Mm-hmm. And again, in the middle is where I started on that. So this is this here. So all the way to the left, what do we have there?
So B1 is high frequency boost that adds detail and openness to the sound.
I bet you a nickel too if we throw on the overdrive on that, or the delay, I mean. I'll turn it up a little bit. I mean, that's almost clean. Let me turn on the neck pickup too, see what we got. I love that because if you can get that clean sound by virtue of the knobs here and the fingers here, that's a really cool thing, especially for a solid state little thing to do. What is that? So that is all the way to the left. I got to remember that. Okay, so let's go to the all the way to the right now as I'm looking at it here. Same thing. What is that one?
It boosts the mid-range, essentially.
Oh, so it's kind of almost like a tube screamery kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so. You could definitely use it that way.
Yeah. That's a cool sound. That is a really cool sound. Super thick. All right, let's try it with the Strat. I love it when you take a gainy amp. How many times have I said this? A million times. But I love it when you take a gainy amp, turn your volume down. There's so much awesome tone goodness just in these controls right here. It certainly helps when you have a wonderful instrument like this Fender Custom Shop. Quinn picked this out. Gosh, it's been over a year probably. It took a long time to make it. And it's a, well, you see it, it's purple. And it's like a purple sparkle. And as a matter of fact, that's a really cool guitar. I just sold that. See? Dennis Galuska built it. Dennis Galuska built it. And anyway, next guitar. Well, let's tell it. So I've got this thing right now set to where the Variax is actually off, and you can turn it on to get a little bit of compression and turn your gain down and just like crank your volume. Ease your gain up a little bit.
Almost like having a compression pedal on.
Yeah,
set to
but
a low setting.
It's really squishy to me, and for what I like, and so I actually turned it off, and then back the gain down, and turned it up, right? And with that, yes, it is still a little gainy. It's a little dark. However, check this out. I've got my Strymon El Cap set to like a slapback thing, just real light. Okay. If I switch over here, I've got the low gain on. If I switch over here to this, I guess that would be the brightest. Again, using my volume knob. And I can also open the El Cap up to what's a little more echoey. Pretty clean.
You could probably use that for a worship scenario, honestly.
Absolutely. This is the back pickup. Neck pickup. That sounds really great. You know, by the way, this LSL Telecaster ain't nothing to sneeze at either. T-Bone, actually, what it is. We're real proud to start working with those guys, too. I think this is a fantastic amp. I really do. I think if you felt like the Friedman was a little too gainy and you wanted just more of a clean option, which if you go back and you happen to watch that video, I think a lot of comments in there were like, what about the clean? What about the clean, right? Well, I don't know that that truck was necessarily meant to haul that load, right? I think this one gets you there a little bit more, especially with use of the volume knob. It's certainly got a ton of gain. I love it. We've got them, palenmusic.com, or you know what? You can just give us a call. Either me or Nash will end up talking to you. 417-882-7000. We will see you soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you would hit the subscribe button, we will keep you in the loop with all new content that we upload. Also, if you're not already, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're posting new content all the time, and we want to stay connected with you. Palen Music at palenmusic.com.